girl. That's how you lick your calf off. That's the one born yesterday. And now today we got this one. Do you think it's a milking shorthorn?
I don't know.
I guess I'll have to look and see what her breeding is. She's just trying to get up like 10 minutes after she was born. It's very pretty. Hi. Good morning. ATEL is here today and they're going to install the wiring in the router. We have a router here, but we're hooked up to the farm next door with their fiber with wireless, but we're going to be wired in with fiber now to this barn and to our house as well. So hopefully that gives us a really good internet signal. It hasn't been bad, but then when the hydro goes out, we put the generator on, we will still have internet. So he's been using the man door here above the hallway to get upstairs. Yeah. He just said that he won't be able to hook it up at the road yet today. Someone else has to come do that, but he'll have everything done here and at the house. Nice contented cows getting ready to calve. What are you bawling about, Wise? Hi. Really? Yeah, feed. Funny cow. So now we have a new router with our fiber optic, and I'm waiting on Grand River Robotics to call me and walk me through hooking it up to our system here. I'm just scared of making a mistake. Somehow I have to take the wires from that router, hook them into this router, but it still needs to be plugged into hydro somewhere. And I hate this stuff. Wires, wires, wires. So I don't want to mess up the system here. As far as I know, the internet is working. All the lights are on and I'm able to get it with my phone, hook into it, but they're going to call me back and give me a hand walking through it. So that's great. Brand new tires and snow. Hey, it's late morning Sunday. I went to church this morning from 9 till 10 and now I come out and do my chores. Last couple days our cows have dropped in production. We think they just have the flu. So they're not eating as much and it all shows up on the graphs on the robot. And so we're just gonna give them a little bit of extra dry hay in their ration and come on, and wait it out, I guess. There's no mastitis, there's no infection that way. They're just under the weather and they're not going to the robot as much. So I'm out here trying to push a few cows through. Now look at that, just gonna knock everybody out. Through the robot and do some chores. I'm doing some extra chores because I want to go to a soccer game this afternoon for my son. And this is the nice thing about the robot is you can kind of make your hours in the barn work for you a little easier than the old barn. So trying to get this cow, 163. Her name is Filler. Come on girl, fill her up. And try to get the ones through that need to go through now. Don't like having to push all these cows, but when they're not feeling well, they still need to get milked and get their pellets if they feel like eating them. There. I think that's all I have to get of the cows off the pack. The fresh cow I still have to get to. I'm gonna lock this gate so that These ones have to get done before more will go through. And this gate over here. There we go. There you can see them all laying down. We gave them sawdust yesterday, and we also cleaned along the scrape alley again. We hadn't given them sawdust since Monday, so it's lasting a little better right now, maybe because of the cold weather, and it's not, maybe it's wet. So right now our plan is that when they work the compost pack, we put those curtains there all the way down before they start, and we put the fans on full blast, and then they leave them on for about an hour and leave that window open for about an hour, get all the moisture out of the barn, and then put everything back to automatic again. So that's what we do twice a day, sometimes 3 times a day. I think when they're sick like this, we should be working the pack 3 times a day. Just keep that manure covered up and keep the pack really warm. Maybe help them feel better. I don't know. This is a nice cow. Her name is Wise, and she just calved the other day. Her calf I just tied up over here. Beautiful white calf from the bull Know How. So I think it's one of the first ones we got from Know How. We'll see how they turn out. Yeah. It's a better spot for her than in with her cows. She can stay a little cleaner. Anyway, pretty special. Hey girls, some heifers we have here. Getting bred. Just waiting on this cow over here to go in the robot, and then I can put my fresh cow across and get her milked. But I just wanted to say a few things. One is that I grew up on a farm, and we didn't have much. I did not grow up on a dairy farm, and my parents were Christian people, and they raised us in the church. So my philosophy is love God and love your neighbor as yourself. And if you do those things, you fulfilled what God's purpose is for us. So I keep working on that, and I just thought I would share that because I think people should know where I stand. And key things being born and raised in a Christian family, and then accepting that for myself, and also raised on a farm and working in God's creation every day. So that cow just went in there. Good. So I can get my fresh cow. So I see cows that you feed them and you care for them, and they're an amazing, amazing part of creation, that they can take that food and water and produce milk that we can consume. And that's just, to me, like in itself, that's just crazy. Like that's just really, really cool. Okay, I gotta get this cow. Oh, yeah, and she says, no, I'm not going with you. So, it's getting her mixed up with this one. This one is Wise. She hasn't calved yet. She's gonna calve soon, but they're very similar. And then this is Fiesta. So Fiesta calves. And so she's on her 5th or 6th lactation. Come on. Come on. Get in there. Get in. That's it. Some of the cows from the old barn still remember when we say get in, that means like get in your stall. We train them with that, and then it helps us when we want them to go through a doorway and stuff too. So that's another thing, cool thing about cows is creatures of habit. They can be trained and learn a schedule and learn how to use a robot like crazy. She's in the pen Then I can soon open up these gates, let everybody else have freedom to the robot. I just want to make sure she gets in first because the wash is happening at 1 o'clock. And I want to go for lunch. I appreciate the farm life, and I try to share it with others so that they can see a piece of that too. That's why I'm doing YouTube, is I want people to see the farm. I want them to see where their food's coming from. And it's not that I think that what we're doing here is something that other people have to do the same. It's just how we figured out how we want to farm. And some of it doesn't work very well, but we're living with it. And some of it we can improve. And I'm always open to advice. I was raised with 2 sisters. I'm the oldest of 3 girls. And like I said, raised on a farm. My parents were both raised on farms. Mom out in Manitoba. And my dad here in Owen Sound, where I live now. And I've seen my dad go bankrupt in the start of the 80s there. I saw him helping with the survivalists, going out and trying to help other farmers who were getting their farms taken away from them. I've seen some tough times, and I'm really thankful for the dairy farming part of it because it is a steady income, and you could actually make a living at farming. So growing up the way I did, that I don't take for granted. I really appreciate that. I don't know how long it'll keep going that way, but that's not in my hands. I just do my work every day, and yeah, hope that we have something to pass on to our kids, right? So yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching, and God bless you.